So on Facebook, I've been making posts about something I found in a rear facing video from the last time we went out to the happy place. And I got it all figured out, but I figured it was a good chance to show some of the things you're dealing with when you're dealing with cameras and you're dealing with being in the woods and just some other issues. My rule of thumb has always pretty much been do not post single still frames with nothing moving unless it's super good and super obvious. Just about every single thing I've posted has got movement in it, and it's because I generally think it's probably a Sasquatch. If I post it, I think it's a Sasquatch. Can I prove it? Nope, not 100%, but if I post it, odds are I'm 99% sure. And the reason why I don't post still frames is because you can go outside. I know this from experience. You can go out in the woods. I can step out on my back porch, my front porch, it doesn't matter. Take some video or photos of the trees right inside the wood line, right off my yard, and eventually I'm going to find something that looks like a Sasquatch. And I do know that that's a lot of people are doing that, and they're getting away with it. And they're not putting forth the time and effort to debunk anything. Now, when you do this, number one, you can't be afraid to make mistakes. I mean, I make mistakes all the time. When I make them, I correct them. But this is a good chance to show how I debunked something and why I thought what I did and what some of this camera equipment does. Now, this is the rear-facing video. That right there. Now, when I saw that and went back through it over and over again, I knew it was probably going to be a stump. The problem with that is, and just saying, no, that's a stump, is that color of red. That color red does not exist in this forest except with pine straw. And I know that for a fact. That red sticks out so much, like I couldn't even believe if that was something. How could I have missed it and just walked by it? But this is rear facing, so there's no telling where I was looking. On top of that, when I was going through the still frames, you got to be real careful with it, because even on a gimbal, anything with motion, when you're going to one angle or another angle, backwards, forwards, just a little bit of motion blurs pictures. And you can't really tell, but from what I was seeing, there was actually a face in here. And the face looked like it changed positions a couple different times. I zoomed in, I looked at, there's another position of the face. I kept looking at it, went forward in the video and found another spot in the video that about 40 feet away from this, there's sun coming through the tree it's next to and another tree. From a distance, it looks like something steps in front of that sunshine that's coming through those two trees. So I'm like, all right, now I really got to look into this. There is a big sinkhole pretty close to this that I figured, all right, I can find that sinkhole, go back, see if it's a stump. If it's not a stump there, then we know we got something. But I also had forward-facing camera going at the same time. It was around my waist. It's the first time I used it. I wasn't real confident this was going to be in there. But that's the stump. Now the first image, look at these two together. That red image is, the reason why it's red is because it's GoPro. I've never had this happen before. I've never noticed it. But that red is artificial. What drew me in doesn't exist in real life. The one on the right is the true color, and that's 4K. That's the Fiutech I got. Fiutech Pocket. It's got its own built-in gimbal. It's a pretty neat little camera. I got lucky on this because actually the camera was not facing straight forward. It was facing a little to the right, which helped out because as soon as I saw the stump, I recognized it. But the reason why I'm showing this mainly is to show just different things you got to look out for. Number one, the difference in your cameras. This is why I started carrying a bunch of different cameras, you know, to have redundancies, you know, and you want to be able to get every angle. And then you got to understand one camera is going to be different from another camera. And I got lucky on this one. I don't have to spend hours going out there looking for the stump squatch and, you know, trying to prove that it's either a stump or a Sasquatch. But I just kind of want to show the process, why I thought what I did. And that's pretty much it.